The Legend Golden Care Foundation, a non-governmental organization, has called on the federal government to accelerate court processes for cases to move faster to help inmates, especially those awaiting trial. Executive Director of the foundation, Mrs. Kanayo Metu, made the call at the presentation of gift items by Beyond the Walls initiative to inmates in Suleja Custodial Center in Niger State.
It says that a man is considered innocent until he's proven guilty. Now, a situation where people are incarcerated for 5, 7 years or even more, awaiting trial, or even in the course of trial, it's really very harrowing. And the unintended consequence is that people are actually serving jail term for crimes they probably did not commit. And even if they did commit it, and they spent a long time, 5, 7 years, then at the end of the day, even when they are found guilty, they might have exceeded even the maximum term that is allocated to the crime. And so the first thing I want to do is call on the government to accelerate the court processes so that things move faster, and also remove whatever bottleneck exists in the system that makes it possible for somebody who's awaiting trial to be locked up for 5 to 7 years.
She said the foundation would also continue to provide free legal aid to the inmates that could not afford legal representation.
The beautiful things also, the positive things that came out of my husband's experience is coming up with the initiative under the Legend Golden Care Foundation called Beyond the Walls. And what Beyond the Walls seeks to do is to help people that are incarcerated and even when they are out of incarceration. And the major thing we deal with is helping people that do not have access to legal representation. So people that do not have lawyers and are staying in the system longer than they should. So that's one of the things that we seek to do, and that's one of the things we're working with the facility to achieve.
She called on well-meaning individuals to help the organization achieve its mandate by correcting the mindset of inmates and adding value to their lives to stop stigmatization of people that have been incarcerated.
This is a correctional facility, and we understand that when people commit crimes, there has to be a punitive measure. But a correctional facility should not just punish people, there should be some form of rehabilitation. So at the end of the day, you don't want to live here we don't want people to live here with the same mindset that brought them in here. Now, what we seek to do today is support what the government is doing. Even with the best intentions, the government cannot do everything. And so the second thing I'm doing here today is to call on individuals, call on corporate organizations or not-for-profits to rise up to the occasion to help people. A lot of people here are living in conditions that humans really shouldn't live in. There is a lot to be done. And like I said, even with the best intentions, there's only so much the government can do. I would like to call on well-meaning individuals, corporates, to organize, with the correctional facilities so that they are able to live up to their name, correct the mindset that brought people into correctional facilities, have some sort of paradigm shift. It's very important.
The Assistant Controller in charge of Suleja Custodial Center, Mr. Ali, commended the foundation for the initiative, describing it as laudable.
This is a good idea. As he make it so, I hope other people will imitate from him and do the same. Even though if they are not here, but they have to think over what are the people here facing, and they contribute a lot toward their health being and happiness in this our center. Government has been trying all their effort to see that they make all effort to see that all the inmates are happy, and is what we are the delegates of the government, and we did the same. While what he did now is just inducing us, bringing more happiness to us and the inmates. We thank him very good, and we will never forget what he did, and the inmate also will never forget what he did. Actually, it's a good attempt.
You can only be in prison if your mind is in prison. If your mind is not in prison, you are not in prison. And as the government has aptly renamed it, not a prison, but a correctional facility, I want to plead with you to correct the ways, the ills of the past. Everybody has a story. Even a guilty person will tell you I'm not guilty. Everybody has a story. But there must be something in your character, something in your life that you can correct whilst you are here. So please try and correct it. Try and learn what the government is trying to do to all of us. For us to correct our ways, things of the past. That is why it's called correctional facilities. God bless you. God bless you all. And God bless you all.